for an appointed time. But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
Change is here. Digital currencies exist. Blockchain technology is real.
This technology has really developed over the last 5 or 10 years. And really, now we should consider these devices to be more like little computers. They can store information, manipulate information, do simple computations. So when we're implanting this type of device, really we're implanting like a miniature computer.
I think it is possible to free us completely of our wallets and keys using biometric technology, if that's what people want in 10 years' time.
Computer chips are getting smaller and faster, and eventually the time will come when a child is implanted with a little chip back here.
I think it's the wave of the future that we'll all have implanted chips.
You don't really need anything other than your hand, and you already got that with you.
Just the idea that you can now use a chip implanted in your hand to pay for things, it's being tested in Europe, but I'm sure it works. It's going to come to the U.S. pretty quickly.
So you wave your hand over something, and all of a sudden it goes from whatever the balance is to zero.
Just getting the point of NFC technology being integrated into the body and having that, creating a seamless interaction with our hyper-connected surroundings just seemed natural. So when we got the first programming to work and to dictate how a phone would work when it interacted with your body, we kind of knew we had to pursue it.
So, obviously this is something that you live and breathe, Johan. What does the future look like when you look at this? Because as we were talking about before, it's not without controversy now. What do you see the future looking like?
Biohack. See that?
I mean, the more controversy we raise and the more suspicion and dialogue we raise, we get a chance to educate. I mean, this is something that's been around since 2003, so there's really no difference to having a key card or a key fob. The only controversy is you're actually having it underneath your skin, which itself is, can seem a little bit dangerous and too under the skin for a lot of people. But future's holding. More seamless interaction, better and faster. I don't know how to put it. I would just say better logistics, less bureaucracy. We'll be our own data carriers. We can dictate how we move data and when and who gets a part of it.
It's called RFID technology.
I'm always forgetting my wallet. And then I can't find it, and I don't know where it is. And the idea that maybe someone could put an RFID chip somewhere where I would just have to wave my arm, it's a very attractive proposition.
There are plenty of reasons, I think, to be worried about a cashless society where we have microchips implanted in our hands and simply make our payments in that way. For one thing, you would be unable to ever make a payment or make a purchase that someone wasn't watching and recording in a database. Marketers would love to get a hold of that. Hackers can hack into that. The government could use it, to investigate you or try to control your behavior.
This is something that's been in the works for a few years. It's kind of I wouldn't call it the Holy Grail, but a natural advancement of the way that we pay for things.
Shalom, shalom, Yasharala. I want to start off first things first, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rahakadash, Pedro Hubu tongue, is correct name of the Heavenly Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to you, sister brothers, living in this truth. And shalom to the brothers and sisters listening and studying to show themselves approved. Shalom. Now, as you can just see, from that clip, hey, this thing is legit. It's about to roll out. They got it. Esau's telling you about it. It's been promoted. It's about to hit the mainstream. As I just did that last lesson I just did, which pretty much, I'm going to get to the gist of this lesson, because I'm going to show you something, y'all. So check it out. Check it out. So, let's go to my last lesson.
It's of experience on
now, with all this stuff coming out, check it out. We still have scoffers talking about, no, that's not it. And I'm looking like, how can you say that ain't it and it's right there in your face? Like, I just did a lesson. Like, if you read this, watch this lesson, and you can see I even got, I put in there the laws they put in place to change all this. So check it out. Let's just read the comment, man. Let's read this. Check it out, y'all, Sharala. This is somebody talking about come out of Babylon. He says, the mark is actually connected with the one world religion system. They're working on bringing in Revelation 14:9. Those who worship the beast receives it. This is a symbolic book. Look, he meant to say mark. He meant to say this is a symbolic mark. Hand and forehead are symbolic for our thoughts and actions, our decisions to follow and worship the beast. When they have this set up, there will be buy-sell laws in place so they can withhold your money if you don't go along. And I told dude, no, man, it's that grain of rice, point blank, period. That's how they're going to stop you from buying or selling. It's not no damn philosophy or no religion. And I know where you got that from, because you have T-shirted friends groups who teach that. IUIC, WFI, HOI, they teach that the mark of the beast is, they teach the MOTB is a thing, it's a philosophy. That's what they teach. It's something like Christianity, plantation Christianity, that's the MOTB. And I'm like, no, man, that is not sound doctrine. You cannot stop somebody from buying or selling with a philosophy. That's not sound doctrine, and that's not it. And it's looking like, hey, how about y'all making everything plain? Because with all this stuff on the tables, you just watch that clip, these new laws they passing, everything that's going into play, that's looking like, that's falling flat on its face. That's a straight lie. That's a lie to make people be docile so they can receive the MO to the TBZ, get that charagma, because they're not being edified or built up or fortified to resist it. Because they was told it wasn't that. They was told it was, okay, all I got to do is not go to church. All I got to do is not go with plantation Christianity. And meanwhile, though, the dollar about to crash. Like, that whole thing. And I done heard a lot of, stupid philosophies on what the MO to the TB is. I done heard a teacher friends group say it's sleeping with white women, which that's totally dumb as I don't know what. Like, oh, you need a white woman to eat and to sell. Like, come on, man. And how's that a mark upon you? So if my white woman ain't around, I can't eat, that like I gotta be with a white woman, that's the mark. I've heard embargo, which goes into foreign trade. That's the MO to the TBZ. I heard a whole lot of crazy stuff to the philosophy, which is a group I was watching for Israel, WFI. They taught that, and I had to get away from them for that. Because I knew, before I made my way to Great Millstone, I knew, because I seen this 2012, they was doing this in Sweden. They was pushing this thing into the people, and they was using that to pay for their goods and whatnot. So this ain't a new thing. They've been doing it. They've been testing it out. It's just now it's about to be made mandatory. It's going to roll out. How they going to do it? By crashing the old system. You're not going to be able to use cash no more. They're doing away with cash. They just signed new laws, Joe Butthead, to where, like, they're going to get rid of cash. And if you got cash, that's nothing but paper. That's useless. We don't take that as a payment. We need that other thing. That's why they've been experimenting with crypto. And, like, you can't say it's not that anymore. I feel like you can't say that, but you still got people scoffing, saying it's not that. And I'm like, wow, how blind can you be? It's in your face. They got everything set up to go, what's that, cashless. And to get it, I mean, Amazon, Go is implementing this technology. Everybody's putting it into play. They experimenting. I mean, they showing you, as you just seen in that clip. And if you don't have that device, because it's going to be a device, it's not so, well, I don't believe in Jesus. If you don't have that device, you can't buy or sell. It's going to, you can't even get in the store. You can't open it up to get in. They want to scan your butt. That's what they want to do. Like, Joe Butthead said, a biometric system. They want to put you in a biometric system, and that way your slavery and your captivity is complete to the system. That's how they make it complete. So I just want to put that out there. Like, you still got people scoffing. Dude right here. And let's go see. Let's go. This dude don't do no lessons. Let's go. He ain't got no videos of his own. He trying to correct me. Like, dude, I'm studying. I show myself approved. And you looking like a liar right now. And then you got the man of sin as the Pope. Like, dude. And see, really through the spirit, I think this is an Edomite they got on my page scoffing. And they can't get it. Because he looking at the man of sin as the Pope, man. That's the false prophet. The man of sin is your whole nation. Esau, Edom, a.k.a. the white nation. That's the man of sin. See, he listens to a bunch of off stuff. That's why he off. And he looking real off right now. Because I'm like, you can't say that that's not it, man. It's in your face. Like, the elite Edomites are telling you, hey, you ain't going to be able to buy and sell unless you got this new thing. That's why they call it a global reset. Because in the global reset, if you don't have that device, then you're not going to be able to participate in it. You're not going to be able to buy or sell. You're probably going to go to a camp. They're going to do away with your butt. You can see he believe in a bunch of, he listening like heathen Edomite stuff. You know, they can't break the word down for nothing. See, they just, and they either, if he ain't that, he listen to a T-shirt and Friends group, because this is like, a lot of their philosophies is the same stuff I'm seeing right here. So this dude, he off. Look, he got Rome as Babylon, when America is Babylon. This is the most wicked kingdom ever erected. It's tailored just after Rome. It's not the Vatican. That's not Mystery Babylon. So this dude, he just way off. He don't know who the anti-Hamashiach is, Antichrist. He think it's the Pope. Look, the man is saying the papacy. So this dude, he's way out of there. And I think this is an Edomite. So, and I noticed as my Big Ak, how the Maccabees been exposing me to the sheep. A lot of people been watching me. I've also been exposed to Edomites. And now they're starting to fly on my page and get the scoffing and getting offended and just talking crazy. Which, hey, that was all prophesied that would happen. So, without further ado, let's go get that. This is nothing new. It wows me though, because I'm like, we here at the end. Esau telling you what he about to do, you still and that just, hey, that's them blind leaders leading the blind. The deceiver and deceived are his. So check it out, just 2 Peter 3:3. Because you got a lot of Jakes that believe that too. That's like a big time doctrine in Yasharala with them T-shirt and Friends groups. They teach that. They do not teach that the MOTB is that grain of rice. They don't teach that. They teach it's a philosophy, it's going to church, and things of that nature. So check it out, this 2 Peter 3:3. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lust. Scoffers, man. We're seeing it in the last days. We right here at the end. Everything being made plain. Yahweh Shashai's laying everything out plain to where you can see what it is, what's going on, who is who, and you still got people stumbling and bumping their head like, it ain't that, it's this. Like, dude, they doing it. You got a whole dude, what's Elon Musk? He got Neuralink. His thing his device go in your head. Then they got one that's going in your hand. And they're promoting that. That's about to go into play. All the elites are saying that's where the new technology is going. That's what we're going to do. We got to get away from cash. We're going cashless. And we're going to go with this right here. And they're going to make it seem real good. It's a very good device. You see, they already talking into my dudes like, I forget my wallet. I forget my keys. They're going to make it where everything you need is on that device. And it's real convenient. and the majority of the world are going to take it. They're going to take it, Yasharala. A lot of these people even claim they Hebrew Israelites are going to take it because they in them whack off groups that didn't build them up to resist it. So when they get blindsided, like, oh, it is that, instead of them humbling down and repenting, you know, and resisting, they gonna be like, well, I gotta take it. I gotta feed my family. I got a wife and kids to take care of. I had to do it. Man, you gonna see a whole lot of destroyed Israelites when this thing roll out. Cause they not ready, man. You gotta be built up to resist this thing, man. You gotta know that hey, most likely you might have to lose everything you got when this devil roll out this system. You gotta be ready to lose everything you got, Yasharala, when this devil roll out this system. If not, you're going to fall for that temptation. And see, a lot of people ain't been built up to resistance. That's why I say, if you're in the house of David, man, you got to think, Yahweh Shai, you was here to get the real truth. Get the truth. That way, when this thing hits, it's not a surprise. You was told about it, you knew about it, and you ready for it. And Lord willing, you're going to be able to resist it. Because you already putting up resistance now by knowing that they about to do it. A lot of people don't know they about to do this. You know, you got a lot of 2/3 jakes that ain't, you know, in the truth at all. Nowhere near. Don't even know they nationality. They just out here turning up on the weekend. They gonna take it for sure. For sure they gonna take it. So check it out. Let's keep it moving. Because this thing has been made plain. You know, Yahweh Shai showing who the real men are of Yahweh Shai, who the fake is. Based on the doctrines that's been taught. Because the apostle elders had it right. Here it is. We're here now. It's rolling out. They've been saying this since the 60s. Before Esau even had their technology on the table in the 60s, they said that. Here now in 2022, it's here. They putting all the legislation in place. They got to bring it in right now. Because their time is short. Yahweh Shai is breathing down their necks. They got to go ahead and implement it in. So we can see this, you know, the station set up anywhere this fall or the beginning of next year in 2023. You're going to see it being rolled out. That's how they're going to do it. They're going to have little stations. Go here, get this, so you don't fall behind. So you can get your little rations or whatever. And like, that's how another reason how they're going to force people to do it. They're taking out the food. They're getting rid of the food system, making it real low. And if you have this device, then you can go ahead and get the little handouts they're going to do, like food drives. They want to get everybody used to going to food drives, handing out food, and you'll be able to get what you need. If you don't have the device, they're going to say, hey, you on your own. I ain't giving you nothing. You know, starve. And then we go and be like, all right, and live off the land. Like, oh, nah, man, send some troops this way, military troops, man. Round them up in some camps. They are thriving without my system. I can't have that. I told them. And they're going to give you two choices. Either take this or else I'm going to take your life away. It's going to get that greasy, Yasharala. So I'm going to read this. This is Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus 39:24. As his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked. So you just witness that dude in my comment board. He's still stumbling. He's stumbling in the dark. And the Most High made it plain. It's plain. It's out in the open, man. All these companies are talking about it, arguing. We got this new thing. You know, it's going to go under the skin. Showing you it's not no dang philosophy. It ain't no, you know, it's going to be like a one world religion. You know, which was that Satanism. You know, they do as thy will spirit, but there's going to be a technological spin to it. There's going to be a physical mark he's going to put upon all his people that follows him in the beast system. That is going to happen. So, like I said, we will see his ways are plain to the holy. You know, everybody that love the truth, they got the spirit of Yahweh Shai in them, can see this coming. It's wide open. Like I said, me and my Akadar, when we first got together, we already knew about it. We used to talk about it all the time. Like, I seen it back there, he seen it. And that's why it was an easy transition to Great Millstone, because they was saying the same thing that I agreed with, that I seen. I was like, I just didn't put it that it was going to be that. You know, I seen that device. I didn't know what that was, but I knew that Esau was going to use it to control people. So when I heard the apostle elders and I heard the brother in Alabama break it down, like, that's it. That's it. I mean, that make all the sense in the world. With that, I can stop you from buying or selling. I can kick you all the way out of my society with that, with a new system. It's going to be a new system in play, and it's the beast system. And they have the technology to implement that. That's why it's about to go into play now. It wasn't ready and set up in the 1960s and the 1920s. But here in 2022, it's set up. They have it. That's why they need that 5G to be so strong. Because they need, and then look, Joe Budden just signed the CHIPS Act. What's that about? They got chips for appliances and cars. They need more chips because now they got to put them in bodies. So come on, man. This is easy. This is very easy to see. Very easy to see. And you still got people talking, And then the thing is, if you can't see it and don't know it's it, don't come to me, nigga, and trying to tell me, oh, that ain't it, you wrong. No, Negro, you gonna see you wrong. You know, time will tell. And look like, hey, I'm in the right lot. This thing rolling out. Esau telling you, I'm about to put you in the biometric system. That's what Esau saying. He telling you that. He getting commercials ready to make it seem real sexy like, to get it. And then what you gonna say? You know, Scoff's gonna look dumb. Like, they so filled with pride, they might scoff all the way to the end. All the way to the stations is set up. Still be, they gonna take it. And be like, that ain't it. It's that. And then like, they gonna look stupid. I'm like, how you gonna receive that device and then say, oh, I'm for the Lord? Man, that don't go, man. That don't go at all. So these people, man, they ain't got no faith. And they don't know the truth. And see, they're stumbling. So what they want to do is make you stumble. You know, because they about to fall. They want you to fall too. Because they don't want to admit they was wrong. Because they so filled with pride. You know? And I said, you got to let that go. I was following the T-Shirt and Friends group. I was following Watching for Israel. But when it got down to the truth, and they didn't have the truth, I made the transition, man. I sat there and hold fast. Man, Naquan the best. Naquan the number one. No, they wrong. Naquan got it right. Nah, I didn't do that, man. I'm a truth lover, man. Whoever got the truth, that's where I'm at. But really, I'm following Yahweh Shah. So when me following Yahweh Shah, I'm going to follow the real men of Yahweh Shah. And hey, it all lines up. It all makes all the sense in the world. And like, I feel good about my lot because lo and behold, what it said at the end, it shall speak. Habakkuk 2 and 3 is speaking. You know, Esau over here like, hey, man, we got this new thing we about to roll out. And it's going under the skin. And it showed, they showing vivid videos. They doing test runs already. They putting it in people. They say it's just a little prick. And then when you look at it, you can see that little thing in their skin. Like a stamp. So I'm looking like, man, you go scoff over there. Take your ass way over there, man. I don't want to hear nothing else. I know what it is. And you don't try to tell me. You're going to try to tell me you ain't even got no works. You're going to come try to teach me. Then you're going to try to teach me what it is. And like these devils telling you what they about to do. At this point, I don't even think you need faith to even believe that that's the MO to the TBZ. Because, I mean, Esau's telling you what it is. They ain't tying it to that, but he's telling you what he's about to do. He called it the global reset. He's saying he's about to get rid of cash. They got CBDC, central bank digital currency. Digital currency means it's going to be on the internet of things. It's not going to be tangible. You can't go in there and pull your money out the ATM. Everything going to be on that device. And then check this precept out. This is another hard hitter. This is 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Lest Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Key word, devices. Most High could have said snares. He could have made, Paul write traps. Anything other word, but he made, man, through the Spirit of the Lord, he put devices. And that is so spot on because that contraption is what? It's a device that's going to go in your body. And we are not ignorant of that device because of what? We have the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit has opened us up to the truth. And now we see it and we believe on the report from our apostles and elders, and they gave a good report. It is that. The grain of rice is the MO to the TBZ. It is that. And here it is upon us. It's talking. It's in your face. They billionaires are promoting it now. They're tuning it up. And like they said, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. Who's the physical counterpart of Satan? Esau, Edom, aka the white nation. They the ones pushing this out. This is their plan. This is what they talk about in their secret councils. Oh, we're going to get them in a biometric system. You got Joe Budhead said that, and I put on that lesson way back 2005. He said they going to rule on a biometric system way back 2005. They've been wanting this. Now it's going into play because they don't have no other choice. They're at the end. We done woke up. They got foreign enemies abroad. The system, the economic system is towed up. Other countries don't want to deal with their money no more. They got to go into this new beast system. They got to do it. They want to, put it in every Israelite they know. That's why the first people they're going to test it on probably going to be your so-called African Americans, your so-called Native Americans, and your so-called Hispanics. They probably going to tell us, you come first and get this thing in you. Now line up. It's free. You just get it in you. And you got access to your digital wallet. And you still be able to make your mortgage, your car notes, and pay your bills. But you must receive this. We are no longer accepting cash. Cash over, dollar over. No, that's no good. You might as well throw that somewhere and start a fire with it. Or give it to your little one to draw on. It's paper. That's all it's always ever been, paper. So that's what they go back to that. And see, these people, man, they such in the dark. They're so filled with pride, like the scripture said, touching their own lust. They don't want to see that because they've been duped by some little false leader being set up telling them it ain't that. He paid off. These other camps, man, them are sellout camps, man, especially if they got a 501c3, straight sellout. So his job is to make sure you take that. So if we want you to take that, we're going to tell you, oh, it ain't that. Nah, man, them dudes, they some bums. They broke. They don't know. The spirit ain't with them. It ain't that, man. No, it's not, man. It's a philosophy. Understand that? So when you think that, when this thing come out, you gonna be nervous, sweating, and you most likely gonna take it. Because you ain't been told not to. You just gonna sit there and give them your head or your hand, and you're going to receive it. Because you haven't been built up and told. And it's going to put them on the spot, too. That's why a lot of these little dudes that have been lying to their congregation, they might just roll out. They might smash out. Their congregation might get mad, like, hey, man, you lied to us. Them dudes you said was bums was right. And now it's here, and I ain't set up for that, man. Hey, I need your head for that. You lied to me. I done gave out all that money, and you done lied to me. A lot of people about to be upset. Because it's coming. It's coming soon. This thing about to roll out real soon. And these dudes gonna be looking crazy. All these plantation Christian pastor pork chops. Because they didn't warn they people. They people ain't ready for this. They don't know what's coming. He ain't talked about this. Plantation Christian don't say nothing about the MO to the TB. They don't say nothing about it. They have not a clue. They just dance around, make a song, and give money to pastor pork chop. They don't know nothing. So I'm gonna go get my next one. Let's go to Jeremiah. And bear with me, Yashua. This might be another long one. This Jeremiah 13 and 16. Give glory to the Lord your Yahweh before he calls darkness, and before your feet stumble upon the dark mountains. Who them dark mountains? Esau. And while ye look for light, he turned it into shadow of death and make it gross darkness. That dude scoffing on my pages in gross darkness. Meaning you can't see at all. You totally blind. He's straight stumbling, man. Who's them dark mountains? That goes to Esau's rulership. That's them dark mountains. Because Esau pushes out what? Nothing but darkness. Lies is what he pushes out. No truth. Therefore, when you get pushed nothing but a lie and you have no truth, because the truth is symbolic to the light. So when you get the lie, which is symbolic to darkness, you stumble around, you bumping everywhere. And he said it's going to turn into what? The shadow of death, man. It's going to lead to your death. Not knowing the truth is going to lead to your death. Yasharallah. Lead to your destruction, not knowing the truth. Because the truth sets you free, man. The truth is what's going to keep you from stumbling. The truth is going to let you know what this devil is doing. Now, like you said, that's why I tell people all the time, like, do not take this truth as a light thing you've been given. If you've been given this truth and you claim you in it, don't take it as a light thing, like it's nothing, like it's just another form of plantation Christianity, man. This is your life right here on the line. Now, your life is tied to knowing the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shah. Therefore, this is a very serious thing. This is life or death right here that I'm talking about. That goes in having the true doctrine. There are a lot of people that gotten the truth and, they in it for entertainment or this, just to like certain brothers and all that and love, and don't even take it seriously, man. And then, like, when the end come, cause they don't cut these lessons off, they gonna stop us from hitting the highway and hedges. You didn't take this serious enough to get edified in it and to know everything you need in order not to stumble at this devil. Cause you played around too much. They say we coming to the end. This stuff about to get pulled back. It's game time. It is game time right now. This is not time for jokes and be worried about stuff that don't even matter and ain't important. Only thing important right now is this truth. It's time to lock in all the way. Because this devil's about to implement the beast system real soon. And you not want to be caught up out there. And I say that all the time. Do not take this truth as a light thing. It's not a light thing. It's a very important thing that you got introduced to this truth. Very important, man. It's the kingdom of heaven. It's your ticket in. It's your ticket to the kingdom of heaven. So this is precious. This is something you need to be building up. This is what going to edification. You need to be building in the truth. You should be growing in the truth. If you're not, then you're not in the truth. And that shows you got one foot in, one foot out the door. And you ain't taking it seriously. And it's nobody's fault but your own. So I'm going to go, I got a word too. So you seen that one scripture, what was that? 2 Peter 3:3 had the word scoff in there. And when I first started reading the word, I really didn't know what scoff mean just off the bat. I didn't know what scoff mean. I had an idea, but we're going to go in the etymology of the word to see what it means to scoff. Because here we are at the end. Everything's been made plain. Everything's all out there, and you still got people scoffing like, that ain't it. That is not what it is. So scoff, it means to jest, make light of something, ridicule, mock, contemptuous ridicule, and pretty much to make light of something. Basically, like you say, like, hey, man, the MOTB about to roll out, man. They're going to make you have to put a device in your body. Somebody like, man, that's a conspiracy theory. Get out of here with that, man. What you smoking on? They ain't about to do that. Cash always gonna rule. So that's your idea of a scoffer right there. And they still here and they still scoffing. And like, if it wasn't for that scripture, I'd be like, wow, how can you still be scoffing at a time like this? And these devils, I'm talking about, they tuning up their military. They let you know, like, yeah, you about to go in the biometric system. We're gonna need to put a device in your body. And the people was just like, whatever, That they just playing, like taking the light, man. Scoffing. It means to laugh at with contempt and derision, treat with contemptuous disregard, showing your contempt by derision, man. So that's what these scoffers do, man. They play us to the left. They play us like, oh, what we saying ain't the truth. And they got the truth, and we gonna see. Time always tell. We gonna see who got the truth. We gonna see who got the true doctrine. So we'll see when them stations get set up and they telling people, hey, you gotta go in here and get that prick. You gotta go in there and get that because the dollar done crashed. We ain't taking cash no more. Then what they gonna say? And I bet they still gonna scoff like, even though I did this, that ain't it. It's the philosopher. I still don't believe. Even though I went and got this, I had to get that. They gonna scoff all the way till the missiles come. These damn scoffers. Y'all Sharala. And they in darkness. Let's go to Isaiah. Isaiah 60 and 2. And this reads, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. You peep that? It said, darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. Who did that? Esau, Edom did that with them lies he put out. And then like the people, they're not just in regular darkness no more because they done drunk so much of that Babylon juice. Now they're in gross darkness. And it look like when you're in gross darkness, I don't even know if you can wake up. You might already be in a reprobate mind and you just done for. Yahweh ain't got no grace and mercy for you. You just gone because you in gross darkness. You're not in regular darkness. You in gross darkness. That's what level you at, because you done drunk on that juice. And I know a lot of jakes like that. They just got to, you know, come through after the reset, man. They got to come through another man's loins. Another man's, you know, testicles. They got to come back. Because they just can't, they too damaged. They can't be rehabilitated through the word. The damage has been too, you know, it's down to their DNA. They can't get it. Like I said, I can make it plain. I can talk to them blue in the face. I can show them all kind of videos what the, you know, the elites are doing, how they're promoting it. He be, it's a philosophy. Let that nigga go, man. Especially me in planted Christianity. He don't know nothing. Nothing at all. So I'm gonna go to this. Let's go to Matthew 15 and 14. Then that goes, this is why they're in the gross darkness, because of them blind leaders. And this is Matthew 15 and 14. Let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. Which that ditch is your grave. Why? Because you followed that blind leader. Just like I said, them other teacher and friends groups. Those dudes are leading those people to their death, man. Pastor Pork Chopper leading those people to their death, man. Dude on the block kicking that north side logic, he leading people to their death. If you ain't got the true doctrine, the truth, you're not leading people the correct way. You're not leading them to life. You're leading them to death. Because they need to be built up and know what the MO to the TBZ is. They need to know that. But these dudes, they ain't, especially these teacher and friends group, a lot of them, some of them know the truth. But they preach that BS because they done took that 501c3 and took that money from Esau. So they got to push out their BS. You know, in order to keep their benefits. And that's what's on the books right now. These people, man, you can see it too. They're like, you still got people in plain text Christianity. Like, with all this going on, all this coming out, they still lost. And I say, let them be lost, man. Him be filthy, let him be filthy still. We only dealing with the ones that want to know. The people that want to know Yahweh Shah. You know, and if you don't care to know, I ain't got time to deal with you. This stuff coming in way too fast. Way too fast. This is, like Esau moving at supersonic speed now. He know his time is short. So I got to apply what I done learned. I got to watch out for the nooks and crannies and what this devil is doing. Because he's definitely active and moving. You know? So, hey, we see it though, man. Like I said, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. We know what's coming. So we putting out our defenses, which our defense is what? Yahweh Shah. We don't call him that name. You see, this is Matthew 13 and 16. But blessed are your eyes for they see, and your ears for they hear. And that goes into having the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the true doctrine. They're blessed for your eyes to see, because we can see what those devices are going to lead up to. We can see all these laws this devil is signing into play that's going to lead up to the certain situation. We can see all those things. And it said, for your ears for they hear. First time I heard the apostle elders break it down, I was like, this is it. That's the truth right there, and I love the truth. So when I heard them breaking it down and bringing that truth out and just hitting all them precepts, man, I was like, oh yeah, I found where I was supposed to be at. I found my way. So I just listened up for a good couple years, and then I'm out here singing a song myself, man. Like Apostle Gabar said, I keep it simple, stay within my strength, and I let that word out. It's my favorite thing to do. And now I see why I'm glad he put on my spirit to do that, because I put myself in a good lot to be, qualified for salvation. I qualify. Now, if I get it, that's only Yahweh shall know if I'm part of the precious elect or not. But I'm trying to do my part. So, and my eyes seen this. It said, blessed for your eyes. If you see these plan, and you can see that the grain of rice, the MO to the TBZ, your eyes are blessed for that. It was easy for me to see that. I seen that at a young age. Like, what? Y'all doing this? Oh, y'all tracking people, man. Seen it a long time ago. So, with this talking, that being said, everybody with that false philosophy, oh, it's a spiritual mark. Oh, it's it's working for the so-called Edomite, the white man. Oh, it's I heard all kind of stuff with the MO to the TBs is, but now it's talking. And all them dudes gonna be found out to be liars. That's why, they're gonna run out on their congregation when they get real thick. Let me see. When we go get my Romans. Romans 3 and 4. And it says, Yahweh forbid, yea, let Yahweh be true, but every man a liar. As it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. So he said, let Yahweh be true and every man a liar. That's what's happening. Yahweh Shah is exposing these teacher defense groups for being liars. He exposing them, showing that they ain't got the spirit of prophecy in them. So with that being said, hey, you do a lot of people about to be left out. A lot of 2/3 about to be cut off. You know, I notice a whole lot gonna be cut off just in my family. A lot of people ain't gonna make it, man. They don't know what's coming. They don't know. Oh, and heads up, Yashrala. I just went out of town lately. Recently, I went out of town. Now, they're getting rid of cash at the toll gates. The toll gates are now about to all go cashless. So you either gonna need a pike pass, or when I was told they gonna go cashless, it's gonna be like no card. So I'm looking like, I know what that means. If you ain't got the grain of rice, you ain't going city to city. What's the second address? 1517. If you ain't got the device, you can't go city to city. And they putting it into place right now. I'm like, wow. So they was in there telling us what they about to do and what they about to switch to. And I just like, man, it's here. It is here. And it is what the Apostle Elder said. Like, you can't go to another. It's going to be in a minute. They don't take cash. You know, they got all the cash things blocked off. You got to come through with your card. They going to take no cash. Pike pass, or you got to be able to, you know, scan that hand. And that's where Esau wanted, because Esau has to, in order to stay in rulership, he got to retrofit every Israelite with that thing. Now, he going to do his own, because he know good to his own kind, and he needs this thing to fall through real good, so he going to lump everybody in the same category. Everybody going to be all up in the same category. But he got a real big hatred on Jake, man. Real big hatred on Jake. So the devil's trying to prick you, make it where you ain't a virgin no more, put a device in your body. Therefore, that means you bow down to him. Esau is your master. And that's what Esau want to do. You know, he started to get scared because he know he got but a short time. So he trying to roll it out before, you know, he don't even get to use it. So with that being said, well, I'm going to go. I hope this has been edifying. And watch out for these scoffers. Don't play them no mind. Hey, straight get him to Heisman. I'm like, man, get the hell out of here, man. Get the hell out of here with that BS, man. This thing going down live. We got eyes that can see, ears that can hear. So ain't no lying and oh, it ain't that, man. It's this, man. Get out of here with that. You don't know. It seems like you don't want to know. You too filled with pride. So with that, I want to say, Kwam Yasharala, DT Baba Bob, Shalom.